Yo, what's going on guys? RTX here, and today I've got a special video for you. Not only are we going to be checking out the Battlefield 2042 beta with some crispy gameplay, been super enjoying this one, but we're going to be doing so on this awesome setup from MSI that is sitting behind me. They very kindly sent me over this PC and monitor to play on. It's not mine to keep, as nice as it is, but it's one of their pre-built systems, Rain by Novatech. The full model is the Novatech Rain Sentry Fire Mark II, and you can find out more about that by clicking the link in the description box down below, or, watching this video. I will also be running a few benchmark tests on some other games to give you a feel for the performance. I'm going to be using games other than Battlefield Beta since, it's a beta and of course doesn't have the inbuilt benchmark stuff right now. Plus, it's always good to just get a performance cross-section. I, of course, also want to thank MSI for very kindly sponsoring this video and giving me a chance to check out this system. Now, first things first, before we dive into the specs, let me just take a quick moment to talk about Battlefield 2042. I had the opportunity to jump in earlier this week and go hands-on for a bit and test out the game. Obviously, it's only a beta, there's still lots I haven't had a chance to try out, but the game is already a lot of fun to play. In the gameplay, I had a chance to test out some of the vehicles, some helicopter gameplay, as well as a few others. Put the recon drone to the test to spot people, campers basically hiding on the top of buildings, and then got to run around the map and take on some people as well. We have got some extended gameplay on the channel, so you guys can check that out if you want to see a full match, but as you can see from some of the snippets, the game is looking mighty crispy. Now, we'll return to Battlefield in a bit, but let's just take a moment to talk about this setup. Again, if you guys want to find out more about it, you can click the link in the description box down below, but this is a pre-built setup, and these are the specs. First things first, we've got the MSI GeForce RTX 3070 Ti Ventus 3X GPU, one of the new 30 series cards, which of course means that when we're diving into the games, you can take full advantage of that ray tracing, DLSS, all that good stuff. We've then got the Intel i5 11600KF processor, which if you're talking about 2021 processors, this offers the fastest gaming performance of any Intel CPU this year, meaning it won't be a bottleneck for your gaming. And if you then pair that with the MSI Mag Z590 Tomahawk Wi-Fi motherboard, then combined, you've got a pretty crispy setup. Essentially, with all of these, as you'll see shortly when we run the benchmarks, this system has no problems running the latest games with great visuals and great frame rates. On top of that, we also have the MSI Mag Core Liquid 240R liquid cooler, the MSI MPG A750 GF PSU, a Kingston A2000 NVMe drive, and the very nice HyperX Fury RGB 3200 16GB RAM kit. And all of this is then housed in the MSI MPG Gungnir 110R case, which I really like. It's not one of those in-your-face, overstated cases. It's pretty minimal, with a nice glass side panel for seeing all those RGB components, plenty of connectivity options both on the top and the back, so all round a nice case. Now, it's worth mentioning, if you do decide to pick up this pre-built system, MSI also have a special Battle Pack promotion to go alongside it. Not only do you get a $100 Steam code to grab a couple of games, but there's also a peripheral kit that's worth about £130, which includes a lightweight gaming mouse, a gaming headset, and a mousepad. So it should set you up pretty nicely to get started. And details of all of that are again on the website. However, on top of that, I'm also playing these games on the MPG Artemis 323 CQR monitor. Sadly, not part of the package, so this is sold separately, but this is a really nice monitor. It's one of their 1000R curved monitors. I've spoken about these before, but 1000R curve is basically a screen or a curve that best matches the curvature of the human eye. So it's supposed to be the optimal viewing angle, not only for immersion, but also to reduce eye strain. The monitor also has rapid boost, which is a high-speed refresh rate of 165Hz, as well as a 1 millisecond response time, eliminating screen delay and giving you those fast twitch capabilities. It's a widescreen supporting up to 1440p resolution, you've got HDR 400 to help produce more detail and a wider range of colours, and it also has eye care for less blue light to help reduce eye fatigue again. I honestly really like this monitor, playing games on this is very comfortable, and the curve just feels right, so from an immersion point of view, it's a lot of fun. But anyway, those are the specs. So now we're going to run through some benchmarks. I've picked 3 games for this one. I picked some more recent games so that the video is slightly more current. I chose Kena Bridge of Spirits because of course this came out the other day. It's a fantastic game. It looks incredibly awesome and I just really like the game myself, so I had to include that one. I also chose Assassin's Creed Valhalla because Vikings. And I also chose Dirt 5 because it wouldn't be a benchmark test without some kind of racing game, cars, tarmac, mud, that kind of thing. First up for Kenna, this doesn't actually have a conventional benchmark menu option. The button just basically suggests the settings for your system, which for this rig just so happens to be Ultra. But running through the beginning of the game with a frame counter, the game runs super smooth. Obviously in the less dense, less populated areas, we're seeing frames above the hundreds. Meanwhile, when we're exploring the green open areas, which make up a larger portion of the Kenna game world, then we're averaging frames around 75 to 80, pretty consistently, with the occasional drop down to around 60 or 70 if we get into some hectic combat or there's lots of stuff going on screen. But overall, a very smooth experience, and honestly, if you haven't played Kenna, I highly recommend it. I really like this game. It's definitely one of my highlights for this year. Moving on from there to Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which does have a traditional benchmark setup where it runs through a predetermined sequence and tests the performance over a range of environments. I'm running this on Ultra settings from the menu, and all of these games are being played on 1440p. For the Ultra settings, I got an average of around 69 FPS throughout, with some highs above 100 and a few dips below 60. It is worth noting, if I run the same test without Shadowplay recording, I do get around 71 FPS average, so a slight shift there, but overall pretty solid. Then finally, switching over to Dirt 5, initially the game sets everything to automatic, but I then went and switched it over to Ultra High, which is this game's highest settings, and ran the benchmark test from there, and overall it gave me a steady 60 FPS, again running at 1440p. So overall, as you can see, the system holds up nicely for all the latest games, and of course playing the Battlefield 2042 beta on this thing was fantastic as well. The game ran super smooth, even on the high graphics settings, and this game just looks fantastic. We of course only had a limited time to play during the beta window initially, but I'm excited to explore the game more this week, and of course fully once it launches to see the range of visuals and things like that when you factor in the weather, the other evolution aspects. Overall, it's going to be a great experience. But that is pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. That is the MSI system. Again, if you want to find out any more information about it, you can click the link in the description box down below. Check that out. Check out the accompanying battle pack and the stuff you can get by picking it up as well. And of course, massive shout out to MSI for loaning that to me. That now needs to go back, sad as it is, because that is a very nice system. But regardless, hope you guys still enjoyed checking it out with me. Thanks very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to catch more from us, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our latest uploads. And if you want somewhere to hang out, play games, or chat all things from games to anime, food to fitness, consider joining the RTX Gaming Discord.